Hey y'all, welcome back to the bitching channel. It's been a minute since I've been in it, but I'm on it, so let's go with it. How y'all feeling? Hope you're having an amazing day, evening or weekend. If it's a holiday, happy holiday. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And we don't give a fuck if it ain't your birthday, alright? So, just party like it's whatever day you want it to be. How about that? Y'all, let's talk about some shit. We're going to talk about a little karma. We're going to talk about some Dear John and some Dear Jane shit, you know. But we're going to talk about some shit. Now, majority of the time when I be out here, I be talking about, you know, little things that happen with me. Good, bad, and ugly. I don't give a shit. We're going to talk about it. But this particular time, I'm just talking, alright? Y'all like my little old earrings? Yeah. Grandbaby gave them to me. So, have you ever noticed that when you get into a relationship, it should be going good from the beginning? You know? Yeah, at the beginning, y'all also trying to figure each other out. You know? You might be dancing around each other a little bit because you're observing, trying to figure out what's going on. You know, got that little old snake weave and bob going on. Yeah, I'm trying to figure you out. I'm trying to see what's going on with you. Let me mesmerize you. All right? Or vice versa. Well, should be going pretty decent, you know. All right? And then all of a sudden, damn, here come a monkey wrench up in your shit. And you're trying to figure out what the fuck. You thought everything was going good, right? Then next thing you know, you start getting all of these old conversations and shit, you know, about this came up or that came up. It might not even be that, right? Or, you know, I'm feeling some kind of way. Well, what you feeling, motherfucker? All right, because I ain't feeling shit over here. Ain't nothing but bad going on over here. But you feeling some kind of way. What you feeling? I feel, nope, you ain't felt shit. No, you made that shit up. Let's keep it 1,000. You want to fuck. Something, but it ain't me, right? So, you go out the way to find all kind of excuses. You or the other person, somebody trying to find excuses to get out and do what they want to do. Why not just be honest from the rip? I'm not the kind. I can't pollinate no one flower. I got to pollinate all the goddamn flowers in the garden. You do what you do. You try to be understanding. So, you know, let me figure this shit out. Now, I'm going to tell you now, if you're an older woman and you're dealing with a man, you know, your same caliber, regardless whether it be in age or not, okay, shit gonna be cool. Shit gonna be cool. Y'all done had to talk. You done waved. You done worked out, or you still working out the bugs and stuff. And you know where you stand. This person know where they stand, and y'all come together and y'all talk about that, and everything should be just smooth sailing. But sometimes it don't work out like that all the time. All right, there's a possibility you're gonna get a Dear John letter or Dear Jane. Because somebody ain't the same. They might have started off being on your block, but you found out they want to be on somebody else's cock. You thought that you had somebody that was real. And you found out that this motherfucker's out to steal. Not you, but somebody else's shit. Make you want to hurry up and run. You know what I'm saying? Be quick. I ain't got time for the bullshit. Either we're going to do this shit, and we're going to be about this shit, or we ain't going to do this shit and be not about this shit. But if you're going to come to me with that shit, be ready to get some of that shit back, okay? Because I'm not the one that want to be out there with that, you know. I'm just not the kind of person that wants to pollinate every flower in the garden. With time, things change, you know. Sometimes people just have matured to that place where they realize that other entities, other people's thoughts, other people's magic can also affect you because they want you in the same position that they are And sometimes people come in your life, that's just a superficial thing. And as you mature, you realize that motherfucker ain't here because they really want to be with you. They just want to be on your jock. They just want to sit on your cock. Whatever that means, okay? They want to sit in your face. But they don't really want you. Alright? And they don't want nobody else to take their place. But they want to be there. But for the wrong reason. Some people come in your life because they just want pleasure. They can get it anywhere out there on the street, but they want you. Is that an assignment that comes from below, from a lower vibe, that they just want to come and knock you off of your shit? Or is it that they're really fearful and they think that they can't measure up, so they do little fucked up shit, but they want to call you immature? Ooh, baby, I tell you. No, you got a lot of people that grew up watching pornography. All kind of pornography. Yep. They grew up watching pornography, and they figured that's the way it's supposed to go. What happened is that they ended up losing themselves in that. They never got the opportunity to develop what real love is on the inside. All right? Because they grew up to the numbness, the other side. And that's so foreign to a lot of these youngsters because they're not ready for it. They don't even know. They can hear the word I love you, but it doesn't have no depth. It's surface to them. It's shallow to them. I know people to this day, older than a motherfucker, tell you that they love you, but there's no action behind that. When you tell a person that you love them, mean what you say. It don't always mean that I love you to the point that I want to sleep with you, because a lot of people use that as a way to just get to you, because somebody said, oh, he said he loved me. Oh, she said she loved me. Oh, that means I need to give it up. No, that don't mean that, because you need to understand what is the level of love this person has for you. Are they loving you, okay, with godly love? Or are they loving you, with a parent's love? Somebody want to come in, they want to help you, they want to teach you some things. They want to help you grow, build yourself up. One of the worst things, that can happen to a person is they never mature. Never mature at all. Okay? They continue to be in this same repetitive cycle of thinking they're still a child. They can do the things they did as a child. Even the Bible says when I was a child, I thought like a child. I thought like a child. I did childish things, but when I became a man, I put away all those childish things. All right? So then you got to evaluate what you call the childish things and what you call not childish. Every time you look around, you're in a different woman or man face. Striking up conversations and starting an argument or something just so you can get out and do what you want to do. You think people ain't on top of that? Shit, I be on top of that shit. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I sometimes let shit happen because I want to see if a person gonna crash and burn on themselves. You be knowing shit, but you just say, you know what? I know this motherfucker got their eyes on somebody else, but they talking to me, and they want to make sure they get me out the way so they won't feel guilty when they go do what they do. Or they're trying to say, well, I got to be in control, so I'm going to create a scenario between you and I that could cause you to feel like that you're about to lose me, okay? And that way, the next time something come up like this here, you're going to say, no, I'm going to put you first. I'm going to make sure you first, nobody else. And what about when you get into a relationship or somebody come to you and say, what you going to bring to the table? Tell them you the whole motherfucking table and a meal too. Especially if you're a spiritual person. You got some knowledge and some wisdom behind that shit. You get a little deep and wonderful in some places too. Don't be scared to tell a motherfucker and do it with confidence. Motherfucker, I am the table. And the meal too. And after that, I'm going to be the dessert. So I'm letting you know you got the full package right here. The total package. But that ain't what you want. You want a variety from different people in different places. And you don't know if their hands clean. You don't know if the food is tainted or not. But you're going to try it, right? Male or female, it don't matter. This is a metaphor, y'all, so go with it, all right? So, what do you do about shit like that? That's what you do. Inhale and blow out. Inhale and blow out. Now, don't get me wrong. It's going to bother you a little bit, you know. Especially when you go back and read messages. And talk about messages. Why do a motherfucker feel like they can talk to you by text message and either break up with you or say some real serious shit? I mean, what happened to a one-on-one, face-to-face, hashing that shit out? Because they know one of y'all going to be able to read that shit. You're going to know what it's all about. You're going to find out somebody full of shit. Like I say, you know, if you're going to be about that shit, be about that shit. But don't be straddling the motherfucking fence. Okay? Make your mind up. If you say you're going to have ice cream, don't get yogurt, motherfucker. If you say you don't eat pork, don't go get no goddamn bacon. Now let's talk about something different. So you're dealing with a hood Negro. N-I-C-K-R-O. Negro. Everybody hood ain't hood. A lot of people came from that shit, but they not into that no more. They don't want to be that no more. People trying to elevate, okay? They trying to get themselves in good graces, okay? Shoot, they trying to be on that mothership like everybody else, okay? But yes, until you got another mofo that wants to drag your ass back down. All right, misery, they do love company, y'all. You got to understand that. Misery do like company. And misery do some fucked up shit just to pull your ass back down in that crab bucket. Mm-hmm. You be like, hey, I just bought me an apartment in a high rise, you know what I'm saying? I got me a real good job. I get paid every week, you know? I mean, here you is, you delighted, you excited about your future, okay? You can see that things seem to look promising to you, right? But then, you got a Mickey Rooney showing up on your path. Yeah, a little short motherfucker. You didn't even see this one coming. This one caught you off guard. That's why I called it a Mickey Rooney. It's a short motherfucker. Something that came up, it crawled up on you. You didn't see it coming. You didn't even feel this motherfucker. It just came up and all of a sudden, snag, motherfucker. Motherfucker took your job, went over there and put in a word and said, you know, they can do a better job. I went through some hoe ass shit like that many years ago. Ooh, baby. I got a job. I remember that, you know. I got a job at this place, you know. Told my friend girl about it. My friend girl said she went there and they told her that they didn't have no more openings. Okay, they told me that I started on a certain day, right? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I was young. And this was going to be my first job working at like a motel, a motor inn or something, making up beds and shit, you know. Hell, I knew how to make beds in my house, but I didn't know nothing about making them no beds in no hotel or motel. Well, old girl went there and told them that I didn't have no experience in this, that, and other, and all of this shit, and that she was the best. I went to work that day and come to find out they said that they didn't need me, that they had already hired somebody else for the position. I say, really? And I say, who you hired? And they said, well, we hired somebody else that had more experience. When I was getting ready to leave off of the property, I found out. I see old girl over there. Supposed to be my best friend. And I said, oh, They said, yeah, she got a lot more experience. I said, okay. So I went over there and I talked to her for a moment. I said, hey. I see you got the job. I thought they told you they didn't have no position. She said, yeah, they called me and told me to come in. This is how she was talking to me. Yeah, and yeah, this is my first day. I said, oh, okay. I ain't thought no more shit about it. I went on home. Went to my place, my apartment at that time. So I get to my place, I got a little boyfriend. I got a little boyfriend at that time. We both about the same height. They used to call us the 2 C's or the 3 C's. And we got to sitting there drinking that Bacardi rum. I had a flashback on this shit. And I told him, I say, how is it that I had the job and she got the job? I don't understand. And he patted me on the back. He boo-hooed. He laughed. I mean, he was laughing, but, I know he was trying to be sympathetic, and he patted me on the back. He said, it's going to be okay. I say, but I'm trying to understand. They told her in front of me that they didn't have no position. He found out, because, he did some investigating. He came back and told me, say, old girl went up under you and took your job. She told him that she had experience. You didn't know nothing about that business and all of that. He said, yeah, she put you down. I said, what the fuck? Well, I was young back then. I'm thinking about putting my hands on this bitch, right? I didn't. He told me don't do nothing. She got the job and everything. She was working. And maybe it was God, okay? Maybe God, divine intervention. Come to find out, I went up there, I think it was maybe a week later, because they had a soda machine, right? So I would go there and buy my sodas. I'm patronizing the people, Sodas was like 50 cents back then. I go and get a couple soda waters out the machine, and I heard this man tell me, bitch, I told you to do cuss, such and such. I stopped and I looked, because I was like, who this motherfucker talking to? Because, you couldn't come at me like that when I was young, right? So, then I'm looking at him, and then I watched where he was looking. He was telling the old girl. I said, oh, yeah, he fucked up. I said, yeah, he got the right one, because my ass, you can't do me like that. And he talked to her like she wouldn't buy shit. He treated her like she was low class, no class, hell. She was under the class, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you couldn't even find a class for her. God damn. And he talked to her like that every day until she quit. Then they're going to offer me the job. I said, no, thank you. I said, the way you talk to her, I ain't going to take that shit. I know I wasn't going to take that shit. Yeah, baby. Yeah. So, long story short, yeah, motherfuckers will double back on you. And that same thing when it comes to relationships. You got some bitch-ass women, just like you got some bitch-ass men out there that'll try to come right up under you, undermine you, try to get your girl or your man, if it's something serious. If it ain't nothing serious, oh yeah. You might have 2 men, they best friends, both of them want to tap the same shit, you nasty motherfuckers. Anyway, that's how you give each other something. And you know what, since we're still on this subject, let me say this here. Now, they got condoms. Lambskin, magnums, large, small, and medium, for people that really feel like that they got something, they ain't got nothing, but they want to feel like they in that group, they hanging like that. All right, yeah, they got all kind of condoms out there, but I'm gonna tell you something. Them Chinese people, they believe in they shit. They honest with they shit. You ain't gonna find no condoms that's too big for them. They got the right size. All right, you can order you some condoms from China. You're gonna find out they're gonna give you exactly what they sell, cause they average condoms. Okay, yeah, you're gonna get some average condoms. Okay, all right. So yeah, they ain't gonna lie to you. And if you ask for extra large, it ain't gonna be too much bigger than this either, okay? Because I'm telling you, they keep it 1,000 over there. They say we ain't gonna play with ourselves. We ain't gonna make ourselves believe a lie. If you ain't got it, you just ain't got it like that. And if you do got it like that, be proud of it. But don't try to swing it like you're a stud, okay? That's how you get sniffed out in the prime of your life. Because here it is. You know you got it like that. You got everything that a woman or a man wants. But then still, you letting your ego, which is another spirit, tell you that you can do this, that, and the other, and you're going to be invincible. Don't let the devil take you out like that. Don't do it, because he will do that. He'll wait just good until you done got your blessing or you done found the one, and God is blessing you, maybe even healed you, or brought some healing to you and your other person. And he'll come back and say, nah, I'm a back door and make you forfeit all of that shit. And here it is, you done come up with some shit more than a whooping goddamn cough that you can't get rid of. And it's going to take God, divine source, universe, to heal you again. But what happens when you get healed again? You going to run your ass back out there? Because now you healed, you say, oh, you acting like a goddamn puppy. You want to run around, play with your tail and stuff, jump up and down, all right, and be all up in another person's face because now you healed. So you don't understand the ramifications because you got healed the first time. Don't mean God gonna do it again. Don't mean that He gonna heal you again. You chumped yourself on a chump move because you wanted to be out there floating like a butterfly. Stinging like a bee. When I say sting like a bee, I'm talking about thinking you breaking hearts and shit. When God try to give you a power couple relationship, you need to understand what it is. Especially if you say you are a spiritual person. That don't mean run your ass out there with that whole ass shit. You know? Because you know you're blessed. You know, I know some people God blessed. I know some people God truly blessed. I remember this one man. He had, he was scheduled to have surgery because he had to have a hip replacement, right? And I remember the Lord healed this man. Now, people don't believe that God is real. They don't believe God's still in the healing business. God said He don't change, okay? He's still the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. All right, people try to say that God is a myth. All right, and they say the same thing about Jesus Christ, but the name Jesus Christ is a code in order to be able to reach God. But people don't want to acknowledge Jesus. They want to go directly past Jesus and go straight to God. But He said if you come any other way, all right, except through His Son's name, which is the name Jesus Christ is a code, you come as a thief and a robber. So how you think you're going to get blessed if you want to bypass Jesus Christ and go straight to God? You can't do that. Because He got it set up. The protocol is when you say in the name of Jesus, that the angels come attention, that they're ready to do the work that you're about to say. When you put your petition up before God or your supplication, and some people don't believe this, you know, they say you begging, you putting your prayer and your supplication up before God. And you telling Him what it is that you need, this, that, and the other, what you desire, okay? Or you acknowledging Him, okay? And you worshiping Him. And worship doesn't just mean that you go in a church and you just sing, you know, okay, how holy thou art and stuff like that, or how great. No. To worship God means to acknowledge Him. All right? It's saying gratitude, all right? Anytime that you might find $50 and say, Lord, I thank you. That's worshiping God. All right? You might be trying to formulate something and trying to get it done. All right? And you've been stumped. But when you say, Lord, I need your help, or Lord, help me, that's a form of worship as well as prayer. Okay? Instant prayers. All right? Pray without ceasing. That's what that is. All right? But when you don't put God in the equation, you kind of fuck it up for yourself. A lot of people don't realize that. You know, a lot of people don't know. Because everybody wasn't raised the same way. So there's a lot of people that are ignorant to a lot of things. And you can't really hold them fault until you try to bring it to them and then they reject it, okay? Because they're rejecting it because a lot of other people are rejecting. They feel like that they're doing the right thing. All right? I do more things than I do just bitch. You know, I'm bitching in a mild place right now. This is mild bitching. Because I could really go on a rampage and say some real fucked up shit that I can't come back from. But I'm not. All right? I would like to say this is a form of evolving. Now, don't get me wrong. I do have my moments. I talk some mad-ass shit. But I just want to talk about, you know, fucked up shit that people do. You know, Dear Jane, it's not you, it's me. Now, Dear Jane or Dear John letter, or Dear Jane or Dear John means that somebody done broke up with somebody, all right? But they didn't do it in the proper way. They felt like they need to write a letter. They want to text them. They want to do it by phone. What happened to talking to people straight up, face to face? All right, looking in each other's eyes, being able to see where another person's coming from. Unless you know this motherfucker is so toxic that you can't do that. All right, yeah, you know if you say something to this person, they're gonna act out in a way that you're gonna have to call 911. And then I can understand you don't say shit. You know, you can show them better than you can tell them. But in all, don't give nobody a Dear John or Dear Jane letter. You tell a person straight up, especially if you say that you're intelligent. You're a man or woman and you know this person has a lot of intelligence and you don't think there's going to be any repercussions. They ain't going to hurt you to talk to this person straight up. And that person will have more respect for you as well as honor what you're saying. They'll know whether or not you're sincere about what you're saying and what you're not. They'll know whether or not you got some game in what you're saying. All right? And, you know, yeah. As far as these people that feel like that they have to go around and hurt people in order to be able to feel more successful or like they're on top, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. All you do is making some karma. You developing karma that you're not gonna pay for, but your children will. Your children pay for the fucked up shit that you do. That's why I don't go around fucking with nobody. I mind my own damn business. Now, I will tell you, me and somebody had a conversation, and I was telling them about some shit, and they say, well, you always telling us about other things, but you don't never tell them about what you did. Well, if I did something, I'd tell you. I ain't gonna lie on myself or nobody else, but I will tell you the damn truth. So why is it that I have to do some fucked up shit for somebody else to do some fucked up shit? No. Sometimes people fuck with you because you ain't fucking with nobody else. You know? They say, oh, she's a good person. She do this, that, and the other. Vice versa. Male or female, don't matter. All right? So let's go over there and bring some erratic energy in her calm and peace. Yeah. But when they find out what the repercussions is, then they wish they'd never fuck with that person, you see? So it ain't good to go around effing with folks. But if like me, I don't mess around people. I mind my own damn business. Chilling like a motherfucking villain. You know what I'm saying? I'm a cool ass cat. Alright? You can call me old if you want to. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Alright? And just pray that you live. The Lord bless you to live as long as I have. Okay? Alright? Don't try to take my blessings. Go get your own blessings. Alright? But I know God told me that He was doing the work for me. And it came to fruition. But there's still some bugs in it. He's working out. But things gonna be all right. So guys, when I tell y'all about karma is real. And you don't know how deep that shit gonna go. Y'all out here fucking around, messing over different women and men. All right, doing some strange things for change and shit. Somebody gonna pay for that. Especially if you gave somebody a disease that they can't get rid of. Or you took somebody's husband or wife. You know, the Bible tell you thou shalt not steal, but you don't understand what that means. That means take another person's mate. That means take their money. That means their household or anything. It say covet not thy neighbor's house. Y'all act like you don't understand what that means too. Covet means don't desire something another person have to the point that you'll take it. Because when you covet, that means you'll steal. And if you can't, and when you steal, that's because you lusted over it and you decided that you'll do anything that you can to get it. Lust don't actually mean also just, you know, that you be sexually lusting, but it means that you have a great desire for something to the point that you do whatever you have to get it. You know what I'm saying? Alright guys, I'm going to let y'all go. I think I done talked a little bit long on here, alright? But thank you again for coming back to the Bitchin' Hour. Don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe, and comment button. I'd like to read y'all comments, see what you got to say about this video, okay? And some of those others that we put out in the past. Love you. Yeah, yeah.